You might want to do just that title.
What, as far as clicking everything?
Well, you know, I mean, because I think it's calling it Judge Marcus's private meeting as the title of the stream. Yeah.
You need a bench.
Yeah.
Probably might want to, or you might be able to edit it here. I don't know if you can edit video and just change it to.
And there is no,
Investment.
there is no.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Good.
That's true. That's it.
You guys can't wait until the day before.
He still gets one more.
Yeah, we can't wait till the day before.
Because all we do is have
Uh,
Justice Center.
I don't know why.
And it's.
There you
how come it's not letting me
There's an
save?
error somewhere.
Right.
It wants something. There you go.
We'll just have to suck it up this weekend.
Yeah, I was thinking.
We're working on it. So,
I can save it.
Yep, there we go.
It's weird that you don't have to do that.
That is weird. All right, so
YouTube makes me so mad with that poor kids bullshit. They have YouTube Kids. They don't need to.
yeah, I know,
They
right?
need to mark a video for kids.
Yeah. So, 'cause-
Yeah, but I'm like, it doesn't. Usually it'll show like recording.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I'll try something. I'm gonna try and find that video.
Also, if Sarah Miller has told us she's going to be here, and she.
Oh no, it does show YouTube.
Yeah, it's live on YouTube.
It's because it's changed since we did the streaming, and it used to have a red thing up there and that said end recording, but because it's Zoom Workplace now. So the problem is like, where do we get the
So she does not.
meeting information and stuff?
She does not.
Oh, the meeting ID?
Yeah, like while we're in here.
Want all of the presenters to sit together.
So maybe go to more. No, we already did that.
Right? I thought it would be like one of these things, but
I'm trying to remember.
Just like, no, the GCA. Trevor.
Oh, the loud baby spray. You know what I'm talking about? Purple. The purple one. Was it purple? Yeah, is that what it is? I used to use the pink. They used to have the pink one. Remember Love's body spray? That's what it is. I do it. Look at me. That's.
Would it just be this?
I was like, you smell like baby powder. I said, remember we used to get Love's.
Or
no, that's it. That's what I need right there. You
Yeah.
got it. That's exactly.
baby
How'd you pull that up?
I just
Oh,
I just
you
went
had
the
to go
meeting
back
tab.
to
I had to
meetings
go
tab.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Like we had to go out.
Yeah, because I'm like this. I'm like, yeah. Hold on. Don't they have static meeting IDs?
Yeah, and that's why we needed to get basically where you were.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
now you just go back to meeting. Boom. All right. So let's
Now we
go
can go
upstairs.
We're gonna do a walkthrough though, so. And I was trying to actually look on. All I know is I'm just doing this and then I can kind of relax.
No,
like-
Porter will come in first. Porter comes in.
She, funny you say that. You need to tell them that.
The suggestion.
What-
that
Because
everyone
we need
spot
for
where you
next
want the
month, which
podium.
Mark's.
I'm gonna go with some tape. Just come in.
Just.
Give me a minute, okay?
We're just fucking with you at this point.
I'm
We
just
love you. You're doing
just gonna
great.
go hide.
Let's go,
I gotta go get some tape for
Into
these
the,
into the web.
into your office to get
Into
tape.
the abyss? I
I have
gotta.
a question for you.
What's-
There's.
Wait, before you ask this question, is this a question that can wait until Monday morning?
It's either way.
Okay, go ahead.
I know that we had
I had to
ordered
take my
another,
pen out.
or somebody may have ordered another Judge Marcus.
Yeah, they said it months, like literally when we first started.
I was telling you, as I was telling you, the county does not have a sign they don't have a sign machine anymore. So we have to outsource. The problem is a $3 piece of plastic that we're ordering for you guys is turned into $180 piece of plastic.
Excuse.
And that's not something we can do. What did you say?
Can
I
I,
said excuse.
can I get it out of my pocket?
I thought you said excuses. I was like, I'm sorry. what?
No, no,
I'm sorry, what?
excuse me, like,
Like-
we went from that to that,
Yes.
that's ridiculous.
Threads of Warts charges about $150 per plastic sign.
What about the marble?
The marble is like $600. And no, I'm not doing that anymore because what happens now is I'm stuck with two, Brakeman signs. I'm stuck with a Rossman sign. There's another judge.
I'll give you this marble for this marble,
Yeah,
right?
Can we
No.
melt it down and create a new one?
Marble it.
Can we surface it and just remetal it?
No.
What's it
They
over?
could, but they're not going to, because that would be,
That would be helpful.
yeah, that would be too helpful. So yeah, so we will get it.
It's not anything. Don't hold my breath.
Yeah, that's.
Calm down.
I will
Oh,
get
I
it.
need to get
No,
with,
I'm-
You and Zongo.
If Matt and them come back, tell them we're just gonna go run to back to the office really quick. I just have to grab
We'll be
some.
here,
Okay,
every year, since I've been in 6A, all of the deputies who do the Christmas gifts, it's usually 100 per judge, 50 per person. I just wanted like free. Last year I did go and everyone gave me the money and I went out and got like the cards and then the gift cards, but then what I might end up doing is ask for like $52 from everyone because the fee that they charge for the damn gift cards and the card itself, I put it out of pocket like another. And so. Since you said you should. What? Since you said it was your baby. That's fine, I don't mind doing it, I just. You girls on a budget, so. We'll split it amongst us and I'll do myself on those. I shall know. Is he gonna be here? Yeah. And I think it is doing it, so.
I wasn't told about it. I took today off. I said, if you need this, maybe, I think that's his investiture day. Yeah, you don't have the day off anymore.
One reason I knew. Because that's hard.
Admit.
Oh. I'll put my finger down.
And again, down here, it doesn't matter. It's gonna close the lid like that anyway. But let's go see.
I mean, it is a lot of people trying to. All I wanna do is get through this little segment and then I get through that.
I was in major line this morning.
More than normal.
Oh, see that one right there was sitting here, she was sleeping and was sleeping it. But.
Earlier. What did you belong on before you forget? You're so stupid. That's like breaking the seal while you're drinking.
Yeah, so now I got, it's just like,
I did my last pee.
around 11.
I did my last pee when I changed into the new one. So if I wanted to do what you did, where's the actual place for it? Is it right here? What is this? Or what is this? Like a little thingy. I saw a label with
Yeah.
this.
That's not trying my brain.
So which one? It's
This actually is. When I talk to my.
This
brain,
little one
that's
here?
what-
right here.
Yeah.
Does it matter which year? Which one? I love it.
So
That like people from Brookside are saying one thing and our fire saying another. What will come to order, all rise. Oh, on the mic. I thought they wanted to do what we're doing earlier. Different one? Yeah. No, not that one, they're doing their phone.
Sing. Oh, by myself.
Yeah, it's for, that's, I think, Judge Porter, for bringing it down in that one. I believe, yeah.
I didn't bring any water.
I snagged that one from the office. And for both standing and judges mic are working. Do you need playback to be on the side of the system? Playback on.
No, just them all.
And four is on.
That's better. You just figured it out. It's working now. Thank you.
There it is.
I thought Mike was over here.
No. Pardon. There it is. January 1st, 2024. He's not. He's not.
What?
You can't come in yet, they're not open. Take your business elsewhere. Oh, I've only ever seen the girls.
How many kids do you have? Three?
Great guy, though. You know, you're important. Very patient but stern.
I'll do it.
No, test. Testing.
Hear me
How
now.
about now?
Hear me now.
Bueller.
We need more people in here.
Woo!
Yeah.
Probably they haven't given us a separate channel if they did it for Ferrari, where we're all doing stuff on instead of the main channel. Yes, sir.
Why don't we give Judge, Marcus one of these bigger chairs? Next section, please.
All right.
He was kind of a bigger guy.
Who? We are not.
Than Marcus, small chair.
How many minutes?
So Steinbeck. Judge Marcus. And district, whatever guy.
I'm putting it right here with there. This is.
These are the bigger ones.
We've got them. The judge might be spending more than 30 minutes.
Well, for, you know,
I am waiting for them to come to a run through, because that's where I'm gonna see where they actually are. The damage. I know.
sorry, oh, wow.
Oh, he's the moisture. He puts the lotion on the skin. He gets loose. I want to check our food he's gonna have. I know Flores, he had specific things like you were doing.
We've got, I think it's cheap to be in, no, but I think it is, no. It's got. Oh.
Oh, well. Careful.
Is that one thing?
Wow.
Good.
Got me anxious now.
Can
Not
you
like
see it?
It's not like your first time doing it.
Can you see it? Is it radiating off of me?
It's not like your first
I'll
time.
make it go away.
Yeah, that we're doing it opposite. They're all.
Inside the first time.
Right. Because I'm still coming in, it's the first group.
Yes,
And more than what the biggest.
so basically it's back.
Well, what are you
So- So. This group's gonna come first and then ward group. And then you go.
Right
forward.
here.
This group's gonna come first. Okay, then ward's gonna have his group come in, so that way it's all one side. And then your group will be behind ward's group.
No one has told me what I was gonna come in that first.
Yeah. So it's just backwards. Okay, so.
No one has told me what I'm doing besides this.
You and, you and Ward will be here. You are gonna do that. You're gonna place yourself over here, right, everything starts. Okay, and then once you come in with your group over here on this side, you need to stay over there. And then, you told Gongo, right? Yeah. You're gonna be with her. Gongo's is one thing, okay.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of it.
You want me to come down with Ward after we close the doors? Or do I stay here until the judge comes out?
It is, but I will get the elevator back here and go up.
Oh, okay.
Judge, how you doing?
How about you guys?
Very good. Down here at the bar, or you shut down. Is that something that's gonna be?
So. We can't really do anything with the mics until. The honor guard comes in here. And does their little spiel, that, because. I'm assuming the kids are gonna come here. they're gonna be here doing their flags while the kids will be over here doing their pledge of allegiance or whatever they're gonna do. Okay, and then after that, then they'll, walk out. You can sit down, and that's when you're gonna have to,
When everything is done, when the kids are done, after the pledge of allegiance.
and they leave. Because they're gonna stand standing, so you can actually come over, pull this out,
Right. Pulling out.
Remember,
about right there.
remember not to block.
Yeah, don't block that, and then just have the.
They were saying kind of canter it maybe a little.
That's fine.
But,
I don't
okay,
worry about it.
okay, and then the mic comes
My
out.
own stuff here, yeah. Work. Okay. So. Yes, so, all right.
What time are we opening the doors?
Uh,
I'm walking in.
15.
Yeah, they can open up, I mean, the people sign this.
Some people have already started, so. People outside and then they hear the clock and go out. Oh, wait, oh, it's on. Hello.
No, I need room to get through. And there wasn't any room. It's good there now. And then this can get pulled out.
So we're together for, you know, none of that. They told me, like, if it looks like it's not issued.
I'm taking my TV off.
And we're gonna unlock.
Mr. Reed, welcome. Hi. Mine too.
We're in the back, we don't have any.
I
You're
worked
gonna
it,
be
but
back
it was from the car garage. Yeah, that was my duty during
I
work.
put my
selling.
baby in my car to do this. Sometimes I have to give people sleep. I mean, in general, I think it's fantastic. Yep. That would check, we're gonna.
We need tree.
Oh, they got it. We are, well. I don't think so. Well, they told them to open the doors at
On the other. I would
feet,
imagine.
so I mean, I don't know. I know Honor Guard. There's not people here, so I haven't done that.
It's just weird because like this thing like shows it's charging, dude, but it's like 3% available. It's like not doing anything. Yeah, as long as it shows it's plugged in. Exactly.
I was getting worried with the seat tech being displayed there, but it's still just displaying Judge Marcus.
Yeah. I mean, we're good. We're good.
Is this here, Joe, is it me?
It's just so, look.
Oh, shit, well, man, fine. One minute, four. Oh, where'd they go? Sergeant Wilson and Kevin. Oh, they just went up to two? Okay. So I gotta go catch up with them and find out what they're changing stuff already, right? Yep. I don't know. I thought that he was gonna be stronger something, man. I thought that he was gonna be out here in the courtroom and I was saying. Oh, well, that's it.
You gonna stay out there?
Yeah, you're gonna be, exactly.
Stand and look pretty on the.
Extra security, you probably be on either side of the door, just checking, you know. Couple of bookends. That's it, making sure everything's tight in the middle.
Green bookend.
Very security. So, what's her name, Smith? I'm not sure.
Oh, there.
Yeah, and, what's his name?
I don't know.
T-level, that's, no. That is super happy, very loud. Very loud. Not big, the other one.
Salmon.
Santa Bonnet.
Hey.
He's talking now. Jesus, that's it, right?
Who's up there right now? Is it judges up there? Or is it-
Yeah, they're all showing up. That one's for you, Santa Bonnet. Yeah,
We
he-
love you, Sandy.
Yeah.
All right.
Quick, right?
About an hour, maybe a little longer.
You got a new car to me.
You did. Yeah, definitely a pull, so be careful. Mhm. Yep.
Thing is like, full of Volkswagen.
Have you ever pulled a Volkswagen?
I'm just wondering if
I usually just turn it around, pull it, and then turn it back on. That's all.
it's easier to push.
Yeah.
That's way better.
You tangoing with the podium.
Yeah, it's way better.
Thank you, Mud. We can leave it open. Me? I promise I'm not dating. I can't fit in her shoes.
Ya que estamos en episodio. Second me. My God, it was so beautiful.
Hey, Dubois. How are you? I'm good, sir. How are you?
But if it's like 2 months.
You know I love you. This would have been you. They would have called you on it too. Called you.
No. Well planned.
There's a special place for it to go.
Yeah, it's right, you know where the Addison Mall is? Yeah. Sawyer Road is right across when you pass McDonald's, then you got that Sawyer Road, that 9-minute oil change on the left and turn right. Right across from that 9-minute. It's called you have.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, so there's some time here. Break it down. Oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? Stop. Oh my gosh. We don't have to push We've been waiting on these forever. Okay, we bounced back and forth, but we wanted one or two, that way.
They switched the courtrooms.
Yeah, because they both. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We only need two. We have one, but they.
That's up to 2, eh? They could.
Yeah.
Peaches.
No. They're gonna start.
Well, we can start in a minute, but I'm gonna cover this so people don't.
Sure, that's what he's left.
Then we'll just walk off. 1, 2, 3, up here. Walk off, it's like a plastic fiber carpet instead of a regular fiber carpet.
Attention,
One.
Gary Colors. Forward. Mark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not that.
Okay, it's like.
Hmm.
No, that's fine. Where, you guys know where the thing is? Yeah. I might have to cut that. I'll cut it, and I'll get a new one. Sorry, guys.
Detail. Oh. Color left. Boom. Freeze then. Art. Over. Art. By ones. Forward. Mark.
We'll do by one.
Oh,
No, just do close right.
no.
Yes.
Colors right. Boom. Forward. Mark.
Cause you have people here sending.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
At what point, let's hold it on the right hand, at what point are we going? When it's. Okay, we're gonna have to.
I'm gonna take my cover off. Cause I gotta give you a proper hug. Lieutenant.
Hey, how you?
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
So happy for you.
Really good. I'm here and I'm like.
So just so you know, people.
Still waiting for the wind.
Hello, lady. Sorry, I can do Monday, but we haven't tried it. So. I'm going to be used all day.
I love what we're talking about.
Hospital fellowship, any team members?
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they picked me. I said, are you crazy? When they said, I'm gonna jump, I'm like, you won't. Do it. Let me see what you got. I dare you. No, I'll get down the team and
I
start
love
with my
your
job.
uniforms, guys.
You got us. Doors. That's all we do.
Nobody will step on.
Yes.
I say we do like this, maybe prevent people from maybe just let people know
Oh, yeah.
that it's there when.
I think it's just the
Can
plan.
it be covered?
Yeah, it's just a pledge.
Okay.
Right?
Huh?
Sarah?
Huh?
The kids are just doing the pledge, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, the kids again. Last time it was the kids. Oh, they were so cute.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron,
Sorry, I'm not hearing that, but leave a message and get back to you.
I already heard.
Are we
that
doing it with
yesterday.
equipment?
Let's do this.
So.
Do with the
Let's
equipment
stand
one
in
time.
front. The kids will.
One time,
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll stand here.
Here, so we're not even have to worry about this.
So the plants, once they were.
Yeah. Maria to go to.
Elizabeth, can you step forward a little bit? Hold on.
Did it fall through?
No.
I think we already had someone check on it, so.
They're on.
So I don't know what can I do much better.
It's an aisle.
Yeah, I think.
When they see, when they see it, they'll be a little bit more positive.
Let's get so.
My big ass, they fall through that one upstairs.
Jenny?
Are you gonna open up that sign? Or you're gonna sit forward, because the last time out,
Yeah.
I came around.
I mean, I can.
I had my bucket, so. So, but you're sitting down.
Yeah, so I can.
I mean, that's up to
Open here.
you, it's not my bucket this year, that's gonna be.
No, because I'll just be, because I'll be sitting here.
Okay,
I don't know what I have to do with this, but I mean, I can stand here and keep it open, yeah.
okay.
Pizza. Well,
On this side.
colors left. Oh. Freeze in. Arms.
I know, it's not a problem, all right, so we're gonna bring in, so we're sending the sign decks.
Order.
Steinbeck, Mark.
Arms.
Hard Road.
Colors right.
Yeah,
Oh.
hey, you know, who's in front.
40 to hand.
Forward. Mark.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you.
I know.
You gotta be
Hey.
very tired, don't you? Right now. Right now.
Marty.
Aaron, you good?
They're gonna need somebody to open up the door.
Thank you.
They're gonna take this way.
Okay.
So, whenever, so go ahead and start, post yourself right here.
Yeah, let's go up there. He's got all the information. He's gonna say where he's meeting. Okay, we'll be back.
So, right here, go here. And, okay. And then, moving on to our comments. Well, you're good. You're right when they leave. When they leave. You leave this way. You just kind of. Or you can stay right here in the back. You'll have people. Stay right there. Spot like that. You'll have. Here. Back in here.
That's always it.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's walk.
Is it walking in and walking out?
They're walking out this way.
Oh, they're going that way, okay,
So just like they came in. They come in this
In
way,
and exit, okay.
here.
Honor guard, pledge of allegiance, I'm gonna come over here. And I'll slide the podium out, microphone out, and then take my spot.
Yeah, because the kids are going to be doing it out front. Once they're done, let me sit back down and they start to leave. We can go there.
Perfect. That's easy, I got this. No problem. All right. Yes, ma'am. I did some test runs. And I find it easier to pull it out this way, and just spin it in a mirror. Microphone through, exit. It's, I don't know what's going on if it says carpet, but if you pull it this way, it will. And they'll be blocking it anyway, I think, it's not,
Well, they are.
yeah.
Really great. Yeah. Right. Yes. I will. Maybe I'll get my, when you get a battery. Battery for it, you know.
Good, how are you? There it is. Uh-huh. Yet another.
Welcome.
All right, What are you doing? For the party. I'm gonna get that. Yeah. Ah. Almost done, right? Almost done. Okay, it's Friday. It's a couple more hours, and that was my Friday. Everybody got paid, so that's always nice. Hmm. It's the, unemployment done.
I guess I think the ones that I told you to turn off are on. Yes, my card readers that I instructed everybody, we went through this whole entire ordeal, is, they're still on. So I need them to turn off. I use the ones.
Yeah, no, we were missing. Yeah. Which way did the captain go? Oh, he went back out that way?
Like a lot more days to go.
We're good, yeah.
Turn audio and video. What is this? C-Tech.
This is.
I see you. You don't see it?
This is fine.
Okay.
Can it be on here? Cause I can't see my.
Maybe
phone.
share? He's headed out to Hendry. Call Alex and see if he can come over and help us. I don't have Alex's number.
Is there nobody else?
Hold on. He's headed out to Hendry. Call Alex.
Oh.
Oh, there's a
Oh, it's
delay. It's a delay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What about now? Do you hear it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me turn off.
Yeah, cause I'm not worried about this.
Okay, all right, wanna run upstairs? Let's run upstairs and see what sounds down there, up there.
This is not perfect, I'll have to go from.
And consistency. Yes. Always, you know, having Which one? That's one here. Oh, my lord.
I'm the prosecutor out in the morning.
I'm the administrative transaction.
Okay. You like it? Anything fun?
Yeah, Brendan freezing my leg on the bar and I yes. Contemplating about large transactions.
Someone's gotta do it. I get economic stuff, I'm like, I don't want to get that. Yeah, that's fine. So how long have you been a president?
Oh, yeah. And she, I mean,
Yeah, that's good. This is my third term in a row. Part of ours like, yay. All right, here we go. That's only like 15. Oh, yes, absolutely. Comes love. See.
Yeah.
Forgot your name? You're supposed to sit? Oh, I don't, I'm just kidding. Yes, I mean, this is not here. Oh. We got that. What is this thing? It's on this side. Oh, I get I'll do wrap up at the door. So, yeah. Have a good day. Yeah. Are you looking at the video? Oh, I hope she has some. What was that? What was that?
Yeah.
Why? They're my smile. But at least you haven't said we haven't said for a while. I do too. Did you go out there like once last year? Yeah, I did. She's speaking. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't want to give up this.
Oh, you're gonna wait till you get out of the office. Do you have a date? No. Okay. Supervisor.
Hello.
They need it. Yes, they do. Maybe they could have done. That's bullshit. Oh. Do you have a? I do. But do you have an idea of an days or? Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. How many days did you have? I'll tell you, that's what you're gonna I know, it's got 37, 38. That's not. It's nice. And she's not holding us to the down. She's. And she didn't. No, she can't do the job because she's in the investment class. And you can't do jobs. Wow. Oh. Yeah. It's different. It's different. So we can't just say nothing to us.
Welcome to order, all right. Circuit Court of the 25th Circuit, state of Florida and for the county of Lee is now in session with the honorable judges of the 25th Circuit and the honorable Chief Judge J. Frank Porter presiding.
Please remain standing for the Lee County Sheriff's Office Honor Guard.
Everybody, forward, mark. Keep still. Hold. Shoulders left. Move. Breathe in. Arms.
At this time, Judge Marcus's children, Anna Lee, Adrienne, and Anthony will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic which stands, nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Shoulders right. Move. Forward. Mark.
Everyone may take your seat. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming today for this special occasion for Judge Andrew Marcus, his investiture. Judge Marcus has been with us for a little while. It's not like he walked in the door today and decided today's the day I'm going to be a judge. He's been a judge for most of this year. And I'll just have a few comments that I'd like to make before I move over to everyone else. What a pleasure, Judge Marcus, having you. I knew from day one, after he got appointed, that he was going to be a great colleague. And the reason how I knew that, I didn't know him when he was practicing law, although he quickly reminded me that he tried a case in front of me. He started coming to work before he should have or had to. He shadowed Judges Perez and Swift as he was taking a docket that was not in his wheelhouse when he practiced law. And so he followed them and observed and learned things. And so on day one, he was ready. And now I get to see him quite often because he's a couple doors down from me. And every time I pop in to say hello, whatever, he's working. He's on his computer, researching, doing things. He's very diligent. So what a great addition to the courts when Governor DeSantis appointed Andrew Marcus. With that, I will move right along. I would like to introduce Judge Marcus's aunt, Christine Hopkinson. Ms. Hopkinson is going to give the invocation. And before you do, I'm going to say something nice about you, or I'm going to try to. Ms. Hopkinson and her husband get the award for traveling the farthest for this investiture. They came across the pond from England to be with their nephew and his family. So thank you so much, and I know he appreciates it.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm very proud and privileged to be here on this auspicious occasion and feel an even greater honour to have been asked to deliver the invocation. I have known Judge Andrew Marcus his whole life, and despite the many miles that separate us, I have watched him grow into the strong, compassionate, and loving family man he is today. I ask you to join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come together on this prestigious occasion to pray for Andrew as he embarks on the vocation that you have chosen for him. Dear Lord, we ask that your love and guidance will be with Andrew as he undertakes his responsibilities to serve the community in the honoured position as a judge in the state of Florida. Grant him your blessings, Lord, that he will use his gifts of understanding, wisdom, and patience in all that the role demands to serve and uphold the law with humility and compassion, so that all his judgments will be considered and fair. At this time, we also ask for your blessings on Andrew's wife, Christine, their children, Annalie, Adrienne, and Anthony Michael. In 2022, Andrew showed great courage, love, and selflessness during Hurricane Ian, when he helped rescue many of his neighbours who were endangered and homeless. We ask that God's guidance is always with Andrew, so that he shows the same courage and strength to uphold the law, so that righteousness and truth always shines through. Amen.
Amen.
I would now like to have you learn who all these judges are that are sitting here. All but three are our local 20th Circuit judges, and we can go out of order. I'd like to recognize the three appellate judges that we have, and I'll start with Chief Judge Traver from Stan, his colleague from the 6th District Court of Appeal, Judge Ganem, and from the 4th District Court of Appeal, Judge Coombs. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming today. I thought I was really special when I had my investiture, because I had a appellate judge. Judge Marcus shows up with 3. All right. Then we have our judges, our trial judges here in the 20th. I'll start on my left with Judge McPhee. Tell us your name and where you sit and what you do.
Good afternoon. My name is Shirley McPhee. I sit on the criminal bench and probate bench in Charlotte County. What else? Good afternoon, everybody. Judge Michael Brown from Collier County. I preside over the civil league.
Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Adams, I'm from Fort Myers, and I'm on the family law and domestic violence. Good afternoon, my name is Lee Schreiber, I'm the circuit judge here in Lee County, and I'm on domestic violence and domestic relations case.
Good afternoon, my name is Josephine Jackley, already on the county court judge, and I handle criminal matters.
Also, I volunteer for the special defense.
Good afternoon, Maria Gonzalez, Lee County, we do it all in county.
I'm Gil Perez. I'm the Unified Family Court Judge here in Lee County.
I am Mike McHugh, and I am a circuit civil judge here in Lee County.
I'm Jim Shanko. I'm also a circuit civil judge here.
Good, great.
Oh, hi. I'm Russell Kershey. I'm in Naples, Collier County, and I do family court, domestic violence, guardianship, and probate.
I'm Robert Branning. I'm in the circuit court here in Fort Myers in the felony criminal division.
Good afternoon, I'm Carolyn Swift. I'm a circuit court judge here in Lee County on the domestic relations and domestic violence. Good afternoon, Nicole Mira, and I am in Lee County Court, Civil and Drug Court.
Good afternoon. I'm Judge Nick Thompson. I preside over the felony court here in Lee County. And I have nothing but admiration and respect for Judge Marcus. But if you see me get up and leave, it's because I have a jury deliberating and I may have to leave, but it's not any type of protest.
I'm Joe Fuller. I am a civil judge here in Lee County. And this is going to be my last investiture that I attended as a judge because I'm retiring December 31st.
Good afternoon. I'm Zach Gill. I'm a Lee County Court Judge. I'm currently serving in the criminal division.
Good afternoon, I'm Kimberly Davis Boselli. I'm a Lee County judge and I am in the civil division.
Good afternoon. My name is Kyle Cohen. I am in the circuit court here in Lee County and I serve in the civil division.
I'm retired circuit judge Mark Steinbeck. I was a felony judge here in Lee County when I retired, and I had the privilege of doing some of Andrew's first three murder trials, 4 in a row, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I think it was. And he did go after us.
I'm Circuit Judge Meg Steinbeck. I preside here in the felony division, and yes, this is my husband.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew Marcus. I'm a circuit judge. I'm here in Lee County in the Unified Family. Thank you all for coming.
The Judge Fuller let the cat out of the bag that he's leaving us at the end of the year. There's 2 other judges that are leaving too, and I'd like to recognize them once again. Judge Meg Steinbeck and Judge Lee Schreiber. Thank you. Hey, I want to acknowledge our judicial assistants who provide so much support for us that candidly and very bluntly, we could not do our jobs without our judicial assistants. So the judicial assistants here in the gallery today, please stand. I'd like to recognize our Chief Deputy Court Administrator, Lisa King. I may have missed this, so I'm going to ask, do we have any magistrates here? Ah, there you go. We do have some dignitaries with us today. When you hear your name called, would you just stand and we'll recognize you? We have Public Defender Kathy Smith. State Attorney Amira Fox. Regional Counsel Eden Emoton. We have Clerk of Court here in Lee County, Kevin Collins. And we have a representative of Sheriff Marcino, Captain Marcotte, representing the Sheriff's Office. Have I missed any dignitaries? Okay, thank you. Marcus, if you'll approach the podium, you're gonna get some gifts. The first presentation, will be by Judge Cohen. That was back and forth. I always knew it was Cohen.
Judge Marcus, I am honored to be here today on behalf of the Florida Conference of Circuit Court Judges. But I'm even more honored to be here today as your friend. Not only has it been great to have a judicial lunch buddy here in Fort Myers, but it's really been awesome to watch you thrive in a very important and difficult document. As a circuit court judge, you are now a member of the Florida Conference of Circuit Judges. And with that comes a lot of opportunities to get involved in the rewarding work they do outside of the courtroom. On behalf of all of the judicial circuits within the 6th District Court of Appeals, I am honored to present you with this time with your nameplate. It has your name, your date, and yet the date when you actually started, January 1st, 2024. I asked, but they would not let you have it in maize and blue. They offered garnet and gold, but I declined. You'll notice that this is made with brass and it's made with wood. And my investiture, I was told that this was to symbolize that you're a humble servant of the people. Sounds right. Also, you're not in private practice anymore. And I don't think we have the budget here for precious metals. I hope this nameplate serves as a fond reminder of your achievement and the oath of service that you have taken. On behalf of the conference and myself, congratulations. We are proud to have you as a colleague.
All right. The local bar associations also have presentations. We'll begin with Public Defender Kathy Smith, who is the president of the Lee County Bar Association.
On behalf of the Lee County Bar Association, we want to wish you well as you embark on that podium part and you continue on this new journey in your legal career. And we would like to present you with a Bible, which is inscribed, Honorable Andrew Marcus, Investiture, 20th Judicial Circuit Judge, November 1st, 2024, presented by the Lee County Bar Association. And congratulations.
Next, we have Kara Rogers, president of the Lee County Association for Women Lawyers. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Judge. On behalf of the Lee County Association for Women Lawyers, we want to thank you for your service to our county. We are presenting you today with a hanger for your robe inscribed with your name so that you have someplace to rest your robe when you go home to your family and your loved ones. Congratulations.
Thank you. He not only brings the appellate judges with him, he makes them work.
It'll be better than my speech.
From the Collier County Bar Association, President Christopher Donovan.
Judge, good afternoon. This is the coolest honor of being president of the Collier County Bar, to be able to give these mementos. The judge already took my joke about you're going to be an amazing judge if you brought a panel of appellate judges with you, including the chief judge, sort of have your gifts, which is sort of really cool. Yeah. But the Collier County Bar wants to give you a timeless memento, which is unintended. Because it is a clock, which is also timely, given the Supreme Court's emphasis on moving cases along. Make sure that the attorneys in front of you are going to continue to move the cases. So, thank you.
Next, we have Alex Gable, president of the Collier County Women's Bar Association.
I don't often make my way into the courtroom. I'm a transactional lawyer, and when I do make my way into the courtroom, I'm usually troubled to be there. But it's with a great pleasure that I'm here today on behalf of the Women's Association. It's been our tradition for some time to present you three judges in the 20th Circuit with a very special reward, which may seem like an odd gift for a male judge. Rest assured, we have a theory behind this. I understand you've been on the bench for some time, signing your name often to various orders, but now you get to sign your name once.
I'll give you a reasonable bond. And last but surely not least, from the East, President of the Hendry and Glades Bar Association, Evan Chapman.
Congratulations, Judge. On behalf of the Hendry and Glades Bar Association, we're going to present you with a personalized cup, get it out, has your name on it with the seal of Florida. And we hope every time that you take a sip of coffee, when you look at your clock and maybe notice we're a little bit behind, you think of us. I hope you enjoyed and the best of success for you. And as always, every 2 years, we have our 6 DCA barbecue, which I know Judge Traver has been to. It is awesome. Thank you. We hope to see you there. Congratulations.
Okay, we have two guest speakers today. The first is Sarah Miller. Mrs. Miller is an assistant state attorney here in Fort Myers, assigned to the homicide unit, where she handles some of the circuit's most high-profile cases. I know that for a fact because I've presided over a few of those. She joined the state attorney's office in 2007 after graduating from the University of Nebraska College of Law. Mrs. Miller worked closely with Judge Marcus when he was at the state attorney's office, where they tried several homicide cases together. She lives in Fort Myers with her family and her husband, J.D. Miller, who is also an assistant state attorney. He leads the economic crime unit of the 20th Circuit. Ms. Miller.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. I first met Andrew in 2008 when I went to the felony division at the state attorney's office. Several months ago, Andrew reached out to me and said, I've got to do this investiture thing. It's part of being a judge. I've been a judge for almost a year. And would you speak? And my first thought was I was very honored to be asked to speak here today. My second thought was a word not appropriate for the courtroom, but eventually, how am I supposed to speak in front of all these judges and dignitaries? The third thought was some really good stories to tell. So I asked Andrew if I could have the number of some of his former rugby. I am still waiting for those numbers. So when preparing for today, I did what all good lawyers do, and I went to Google. And unfortunately, I didn't find a lot of help on how to give a speech at an investiture. So I decided it would be best to talk with the people who work with him and the people who know him most. When I came to felony, I took over Andrew's general felony docket because he'd been promoted to the firearms docket on our track. One of the first things he taught me was the importance of a good lunch. He was usually in charge of picking the plates and rounding everyone up. I learned about all the fine dining spots in town, Hurricane, which is no longer open, Rib City, and Pizza Hut buffet, but only on the days where we could get our double punch on our double punch cards. Judge Cohen. The restaurants have expanded. He also went over all his cases that I'd be taking over. And I remember him pointing to a large file on the bottom of the bookshelf saying, don't worry about that, it's a homicide, but the guy's in state hospital, he's never gonna be found competent. Well, 6 months later, we were in trial on a homicide for insanity. Andrew also prepared me for how to be and how not to be in front of Judge Steinbeck.
Save those stories for later. Judges aren't supposed to have favorites, but Andrew was a favorite. Learning from Andrew was a turning point in my career. He knew the law inside and out. He worked incredibly hard and was always prepared for everything. Whether it was a violation of probation case, a case management, or a trial, he crossed all his T's and dotted all his I's. But most importantly, he demonstrated what a trial attorney should be. Before I met Andrew, I attended trainings and talked to lawyers about the key to picking a perfect juror. I knew what professions were good and what professions were not, and I practiced somewhat of what I had learned on my own jury selection. I remember talking about all my knowledge to Andrew one day, and he said, I don't buy any of that. I just pick people who like me. People who remind me of their son or grandson. And when I watched Andrew in trial, it was clear that jurors loved him. They'd be nodding along their heads in his clothing, hanging on his every word. One trial in particular, he asked a hypothetical question in closing, and the juror actually answered out loud. I can stand here and tell you many similar stories because he was just so good in trial. And everyone who watched him agreed he was one of the best. I felt lucky to try cases with him, with the exception of one trial. We were trying a felony murder case, and the investigation ended in a high-speed chase of the defendants, where one of the defendants defecated in his pants. We're in the middle of trial, and Andrew was examining the evidence tech and had her open the bag containing it. The next thing I knew, Andrew whipped out those pants to show the jurors. And I had poop flakes raining down on my table, on all my files, all my notes covered. When I asked Andrew what he was thinking, waving poop pants over the courtroom, he said, that's just dirt. And the time that I worked at the state attorney's office with Andrew, I never heard one negative comment about him. He was respectful of everyone, regardless of their title or position. Before coming here today, I talked with some of those people who worked with him for their input. And the minute I said his name, the number one answer out of most people's mouth was wings. Andrew never met a wing he didn't like. In all seriousness, no, there were other common themes mentioned, such as mentorship, preparedness, confidence, professional, thoughtful. Brian Kaufman, an attorney on our track, expressed his gratitude in working with Andrew. He said Andrew was like a great older brother. He was brave and assertive, and at the same time kind and patient. He made you feel like he always had your back. Lee Navarro, who assisted Andrew with many of his trials, remember how he would use his knowledge of firearms in preparation for some of his big cases. Jackie Maurer, our trial assistant, remembered Andrew showing up on trial day with a black eye or a bruise or some kind of injury from playing rugby over the weekend. Tyler Lovejoy, another assistant state attorney, came to felony and had Andrew as a track leader. He stated that Andrew was always prepared, polished, and professional. Some of the advice Andrew gave, he has used throughout his career as he has passed along that advice to people who now supervise. Tyler also coined a new phrase while working with Andrew called the baby and bolt. Andrew became a father while in the felony division, and on some days, usually Fridays, he would go to lunch with his wife, Christine, and their new baby girl. He would bring them to the office after lunch, walk around showing them off, and they would bolt. In Tyler's words, a bold move for a bold man. Kelly Wooster, Andrew's felony boss, said she loved that you could throw any situation at Andrew and he would not give up until he found a way to resolve it. She also said that the late Tony Ganapsic would have been so proud of Andrew and that he stayed close to him and his family when they moved to the East Coast and was like a brother to him. But it's not just judges and coworkers and it's not just judges and coworkers and state attorneys who admired him and thought highly of him. It was also the defense bar. Defense attorneys who would go up against during trial. Kathleen Fitzgeorge at the Public Defender's Office remembers trying a capital murder case against Andrew that was intensely litigated. She stated it was with pleasure trying a case with Andrew and that he's a fine lawyer with great experience and a high degree of integrity and honor. All these traits have served him well on the bench and will continue to serve him well. But despite doing a great job and prosecuting some of the most dangerous people in our country, his priority was always his family. While all the praise and accolades from others is nice, at the end of the day, it was obvious to me and to others that what was most important to him was his family. So I asked his wife, Christine, what his family was. Anthony, love that his dad is kind,
caring, and loving, and he is proud to call him father. Adrian said, "My dad has always been there for us, and even though we have our differences, in the end, he is the best dad ever. I am so happy for him. His hard work has got him where he is now, and I'm so proud of him." Annalise said, "Dear Dad, where to begin? You're a wonderful role model. I look up to you. You're always there for me. Through the good and the bad, you support me in all my dreams. You are strong, intelligent, and some I don't take for granted. I'm lucky to have you as my dad. Thank you for your love and support. I'm so proud of you. I love you." His wife Christine said that one of the things she loves most about him is that he gives everything his all, starting with his family. He will stop at nothing to provide for us and always lets us know that we are the most important in his life. This quality translates to work as well. If there's something he does not know, he stops at nothing to figure it out and will research the topic ad nauseam. Early on in his law career, he said his ultimate goal was to become a judge and has been an honor to be by his side and watch him fulfill that dream. He is humble and kind and has worked so hard to be where he is today, but I cannot be more proud. Having a dad and a husband in public service comes with some unique challenges and sacrifices. So thank you for sharing your husband and your dad with our community. Our community is so much better off having Andrew Marcus on the bench. Thank you, Andrew, for leaving the civil war and coming back to us. Welcome to the bench, Judge Marcus.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. I can honestly say it's the first investiture I've ever been to where was discussed. Our next speaker, who you've already met a couple times today, is Chief Judge Dan Traver of the 6th District Court of Appeal, which serves Florida's 9th, 10th, and 20th judicial circuits. He's originally from Chicago. Judge Traver attended Cornell University for his undergraduate studies and Loyola University Chicago for law school. Before appointed as a circuit judge in 2014, he and Judge Marcus were law partners at a statewide commercial litigation firm where they collaborated on several cases. In 2019, Judge Traver was appointed to the 5th District Court of Appeal, and when the 6th District Court of Appeal was established, he was recommissioned to that appellate court. Judge Traver is, I can see why he and Judge Marcus are friends, because they're just alike to me. They both have great senses of humor. You can pick at them, play with them. And when I met Judge Traver, I like that guy. So Dan, floor is yours.
Good morning, colleagues. Judge Marcus, may it please the court. My name is Dan Traver. One of the first things that I learned about Judge Marcus is that he is a rugby player. I did get those telephone numbers. There was also a part of me that didn't need them because my best friend played club rugby at the University of Illinois. Judge Marcus played club rugby at the University of Michigan. And when I say club, the first thing that comes to mind to you is maybe like a casual pickup game at the student union or a game of touch football once a week. I will not be doing a good job of explaining club rugby. Club rugby is a lifestyle characterized by 2-a-day workouts, international travel to countries that have always played rugby and don't believe in violent sports with pads. It is something that demands an incredible amount of skill, teamwork, and preparation. It is an insanely violent game. That only tells the half of club rugby, because the other half of club rugby, which people have always said is a hooligan's game played by gentlemen. The other half of club rugby is about hospitality and about collegiality. The visiting club always goes out with the hosting club. The visitors eat first, the visitors drink first, And a man that you were trying to kill an hour ago is now your brother. And in that sense, it's also called the world's oldest fraternity. So I think to know Judge Marcus, you have to understand that that is the life that he comes from. He will work very hard, but he will also pick you up off the ground and treat you like a brother. And that isn't all that rugby gave him. He met his wife Christine at a rugby party. Legend has it that the very first word that he said to her was, "Whoa." Now, I don't know that that's as skillful as getting a juror to answer a rhetorical question during a closing argument. But it both worked. I first met Judge Marcus when he joined Gray Robinson as a contract attorney. There were areas of our firm at that time that had an extraordinary need for lawyers, period. We didn't know if we presumed a homicide prosecutor would be able to handle himself very well in front of a court or a jury. But working at Gray Robinson, we weren't in court every day. We argued on paper a lot. We argued in motions a lot. We were in mediations on telephone calls. And there are three types of associates that I encountered who worked in other offices during my time as a partner there. The first type of associate you never gave the file to again. The second and most common type of associate would give the file back to you in a way that was fine, and maybe over time they would show some degree of improvement. The third type of associate would give you the file back and you would look at it and say, "Why didn't I think of that?" And then you would get a telephone call from opposing counsel saying, "How come I can't talk to that guy instead of you?" Andrew obviously fit in the third category. But there's more to that. When you come in as a contract attorney and you make equity partner within 3 years, that says something, right? It also says something that within 3 years, without any advanced connections, without any quote unquote he ended up being the relationship partner for one of the firm's 10 biggest clients. He is remarkably hardworking, as you've already heard in this particular investiture. The one thing I'd like to point out too, in talking to some of his oldest friends and former law partners, nobody has ever once seen him lose his cool or come even close to losing his cool. And all the lawyers in the room, and all the parents in this room, and all the people in this room know how remarkable that is. So when Andrew Marcus became Judge Marcus, and I heard that he had been assigned to a unified family court that addressed matters of juvenile dependency involving abuse, neglect, termination of parental rights, my heart leapt. It didn't leap because it's an easy assignment. In fact, I think it's one of the hardest assignments in circuit court. And it's because you have to make all of the factual determinations yourself. There's no jury to decide whether it's guilty or not guilty. There's no jury to decide how much money somebody gets. You have to decide people in their darkest hours, who you believe and who you don't believe. As appellate judges, we do not, at least I believe, we do not sit in the province of second guessing those determinations from trial courts. It is a remarkable amount of power that Judge Marcus has. And I couldn't be happier with that power sitting in his hands. I guarantee that there is no issues with learning new areas of law. It is remarkable that somebody could go from a homicide office to becoming an equity partner in 3 years at a big law firm. I guarantee that there's not going to be any problem with effort. I know that he's there every day before dawn. I know that he works every weekend. I know that there is no challenge that he will not be able to surmount. And lastly, I know that there is a kindness and a warmth and a collegiality and a heart to him that will make everybody who appears in front of him feel like they've been heard, feel like their side of things has been carefully considered. And while they might not agree with the ruling, they'll understand that they were before a just judge. It is my pleasure to speak to you today about my former law partner, my colleague, and my friend, Andrew Marcus. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Before the next two judges approach the podium, I'm going to tell you something about them. And they are Judge Meg Steinbeck, who has served as a circuit court judge here in the 20th Circuit since 1998. She has presided over every division of the circuit court and is currently assigned to the felony division. She's married to retired Judge Mark Steinbeck, as she alluded to earlier, who served as a circuit judge here in Fort Myers from 2006 through 2014 and continued as a senior judge from 2014 until last year, 2023. When Judge Marcus began his career as an assistant state attorney in August of 2006, he was assigned to the juvenile division, which Judge Mark Steinbeck had begun presiding as a new judge. After Judge Marcus was promoted to the felony division in September of 2007, he was once again assigned to Judge Mark Steinbeck's track, where he prosecuted numerous violent felonies. In 2008, Judge Marcus was promoted to track leader. He was transferred over to the other Judge Steinbeck, Judge Max Steinbeck, her division, where he not only tried numerous cases, but also supervised the other assistant state attorneys on that track. Judge Marcus credits both of the Steinbecks for their mentorship, which played a crucial role in his development as a trial lawyer, and now as a judge. In fact, since his appointment, Judge Marcus has worn a robe that once belonged to Judge Mark Steinbeck. So when it came time to decide who would swear him in, the answer was clear. He needed the Steinbecks. So Judges Steinbeck, would you approach the podium, and Judge Marcus, head that way as well, and bring along your wife, Christine. Okay.
You can see why I said, wow.
Yeah.
So you want to put your hand on the Bible? I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States
the Constitution and government of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state,
under the Constitution of the state,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of circuit court judge
the duties of circuit court judge
on which I am now about to enter.
on which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Christine, don't run off just yet. Let them get a nice picture of you. It's now my honor to present to you our newest sworn circuit court judge, Andrew Marcus.
Thank you all so much.
Chief Judge Porter,
My fellow judges, friends and family. I can't explain what a privilege and an honor it is to stand here before you today. In life, it is so incredibly rare to have a public opportunity to say thank you to your family, your friends, your colleagues, and your mentors, and to tell those people how much they mean to you, and to thank them
for all of the support and opportunities that they have given to me. I promise that I'm going to keep my remarks brief, but I'm going to ask you to bear with me for just a few minutes because there are so many people that I need to thank you this afternoon. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Governor DeSantis and his staff for their faith and confidence in appointing me last November. I would also like to thank the members of the 20th Circuit Judicial Nominating Commission who nominated me for consideration by Governor DeSantis. To be recognized by my peers as being worthy of a nomination was truly an honor, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. To Sarah Miller, thank you so much for your kind words and for being here today. You and I tried many cases together at the state attorney's office, and it was always clear there was no limit to your potential. You are an inspiration and a role model, and the citizens of this circuit are lucky to have you. Thank you for making this day so special for me. To Chief Judge Traver, not only were you the best and brightest lawyer that I've ever worked with, you are also one of the nicest and most genuine human beings I've ever had the pleasure to meet. I am eternally grateful to you for all of your guidance and your support. It is an absolute honor for me to call you a friend, now once again, a colleague. The people of Southwest Florida are truly blessed to have you on the 6th District Court of Appeals, and sir, it is a privilege to have you here today. To all of my fellow judges, I want to say thank you. Not only here in Lee County, but around the entire circuit. You all have made me feel welcome since the first day I took the bench. Thank you for your guidance, your mentorship, and most importantly, your friendship. I promised I would be brief, so I'm not going to address all of my colleagues individually, but there are a few in particular that I'd like to mention here today. Judge Perez, my UFC colleague here in Lee County. Thank you for all of your guidance and your mentorship over the course of the last year. Even though you are a diehard Notre Dame fan, and I am a dreaded Michigan fan, you still have spent countless hours answering questions, giving me advice, and showing me how to do this incredibly important work. For that, I will always be grateful to you, and I am truly blessed to have you as a colleague. To Judges Mark and Meg Steinbeck, frankly, I'm not sure where to begin. The Steinbecks quite literally taught me how to be a trial lawyer. These two judges personify what it means to be a professional. In 2011, when I left the state attorney's office, I had the opportunity to practice in every jurisdiction of this great state, including federal court and each of our district courts of appeal. I can assure you that you will not find more professional, prepared, or qualified judges anywhere in the state of Florida than these two judges that are sitting here behind me. Today, just as I have done every single day since I took the bench, I'm wearing a robe that belonged to Judge Mark Steinbeck. It serves as a daily reminder for me to always strive to be prepared, be professional, and be fair. Sir, it is an absolute honor for me to wear this robe, and I will continue to wear it each and every single day. Unfortunately, and despite our best efforts to change her mind, Judge Meg Steinbeck will be retiring at the end of this month. She will be leaving behind shoes that will literally be impossible to fill. Judge Steinbeck, I would like to say to you once again, it was a privilege to appear in front of you as an assistant state attorney. Sitting here today and being counted among your colleagues is literally the highlight of my career. On behalf of our entire legal community, thank you for your wonderful years of service. You will be sorely missed. Oh, by the way, Judge Steinbeck, I would also like to thank you for encouraging your judicial assistant, Katie, to come work for you. I'm sure it's a choice that she regretted almost immediately. But she has been amazing, and I simply could not do this job without her. Well, I am so grateful to all of you for coming. I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to acknowledge one former colleague who is not with us here today. Tony Canasnik. You were so much more than a colleague and a mentor to me. You were a dear friend, and I miss you terribly. I know that you are watching over us today, and I'm not alone when I say we are thinking of you, we love you, and we miss you. As I look across this courtroom today, I see so many of my current and former colleagues. I see former law partners, office administrators, prosecutors, defense attorneys, civil and family lawyers, judicial assistants, guardian ad litem attorneys, attorneys from the Department of Children and Families, parents' attorneys, clerks, bailiffs, members of law enforcement, court staff, and court administrators. Each and every single one of you has impacted my life, both personally and professionally. And I can't thank you enough for all of your support as I start this new chapter of my career. It truly has been overwhelming, and I am very humbled. Thank you all so much for being here today. In addition to all of my friends and colleagues, my family has also joined us here today, from around the country and even around the world. To my brother and sister, Jeff and Michelle, since the time we were children, you have always told me one day I would end up in a court. You guys stole the punchline, because to be fair, you also told me I'd be wearing a jumpsuit and handcuffs. So congratulations, I guess you were at least partially correct. I'm sorry for always getting you in trouble with our parents, and then invoking my Fifth Amendment rights for next. I love you both so much, and I'm so happy to be here today. My Auntie Chris and Uncle Jeff, you have come all the way from Aldridge, England to be with us here today. I asked you to come today because you both hold such a special place in my heart. You see, when we were children, every few years, my parents would take us to England to visit our grandmother, our aunts, uncles, and cousins. And no matter how many years went by between our visits, your house was always filled with two things. First, a mountain of every type of chocolate you could possibly imagine. And yes, I did my best to eat every single piece. Second, and more importantly, your house was always filled with absolute and unconditional love. I cherish all of the memories we made in your house, and am so thankful that my own children have now been able to have that same experience in the exact same house. We love you so much. I'm so honored to spend this day with you. To my parents, I would like to thank you for postponing your 427th cruise to the pier in order to be with us here today. On behalf of all of the judges of the 20th Circuit, we sincerely appreciate you fitting this investment into your very busy social calendar. You know, over the course of my career, I've had the privilege of attending many investitures. Most recently, I attended Judge Pacelli's investiture in April. It's right here in this courtroom. At her investiture, Judge Pacelli's father gave an incredible speech. He talked about Judge Pacelli's amazing academic success in high school and in college, her work ethic, and her commitment to excellence that started at a very young age. It was an amazing speech. However, I must admit that for just a moment during his remarks, my mind began to wander and I started to think about today. I found myself imagining what my father would say about my high school and collegiate academic career, as well as my work ethic and commitment to excellence when I was young. I could literally hear the words coming out of his mouth. And that is why my father was not invited. So rather than bore you with the details of my childhood, I thought that instead I would talk to you about my parents. What I want to tell you about these two wonderful people sitting here today is that they are the definition of the American dream. You see, my parents are both immigrants, and I am a proud first-generation American. My mother is from Canada, and my father is from England. My parents came to this country with absolutely nothing, except an unconditional love for each other and the dedication to work tirelessly in order to make a better life for themselves and their family. That they did. I'm proud to say that next month, my parents will have been happily married for 48 years.
Wow.
For my father, it feels like only yesterday they were married. For my mother, it's been 48 years of hard work. My parents used to say to me that we owe you absolutely nothing except for an education. Well, they gave me that and so much more. I have been blessed with so many opportunities in life, and any success that I have achieved is a direct result of all of your sacrifice and hard work. Thank you for everything you've done, and I love you both so much. Lately, and as I was preparing for today, I've realized that as we get older, time tends to pass faster and faster each and every year. It's hard to believe that in January, it will have been 1 year since I took the bench. When I became a judge, I made a promise to myself that every day I would strive to be prepared, be professional, be courteous, and be fair. Over the course of the last 10 months, I've been told by several people that I am very patient and I never yell. This has come as a major surprise to my children, who seem to think that you all have me confused with someone else. I am so excited that you all have now had the chance to meet Annalee, Adrian, and Anthony, or the triple A's as we like to call them. Today, I want to say to all three of you how very proud your mother and I are of you. Whether it's in the classroom, the weight room, the pool, figure skating, playing hockey, or standing in a courtroom full of people, all three of you have already made your mom and I so very proud. We love you so much, and we can't wait to see what you all accomplish next. Finally, there is one person here today that quite literally made all of this possible. My beautiful wife, Christine. For those of you that are meeting Christine for the first time today, I can see that you are all asking yourself the same question. How did he possibly marry that far above his pay grade? Well, it's a fair question, and today I'm here to answer it once and for all. You see, I am convinced that when Christine and I met back in December of 2001 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, my beautiful, talented, and amazing wife was in fact legally blind. Unfortunately for her, by the time we could afford LASIK, we were already married with 3 children, and it was way too late for her to change her mind. Christine, thank you for being my best friend and partner in all things. Anything good that has happened in our lives is because you made it happen. With your love, your patience, your support, and your undying loyalty. You are an amazing person. And while I am so honored and humbled to be here today, it pales in comparison to the honor and joy I feel each day that I'm married to you. I love you more than words can say. In closing, I'd like to leave you all with a quote that has stuck with me my entire life. A long time ago, after going through a very difficult time in his life, a very wise man said to me, "Never let me forget where I have been, so that I always know where I am going." To me, being a judge is not about being in charge. It's not about power or making decisions just because you have the authority to make them. I believe that in the legal profession, being a judge is the highest form of public service. My job is to serve the public. The parties that walk through these doors every day, regardless of which division they're in, whether it's criminal, civil, family, juvenile, or dependency, are experiencing some of the most difficult times of their lives. As a judge, it is my job to treat everyone with the dignity and the respect that they deserve, and to make decisions based on the law as it is written. To me, that is the definition of justice. Today, I promise all of you that each and every time I put on this robe, I will never forget where I have been, so that I always know where I am going. I promise that for as long as the citizens of this circuit will have me, I will remain prepared, professional, courteous, and fair to everyone that appears before me. From the bottom of my heart, again, thank you all so much for being here today. God bless you all, and God bless the great state of Florida. Thank you.
Well, it's his day, It's only appropriate that I plagiarize them. From many years ago, so I just learned from Judge Faber. Wow. Good speech. On behalf of the judges of the 20th Circuit, our appellate judges that are here, we welcome you, Judge Marcus, once again. Judge Marcus and his family invite you to join them for a reception on the second floor outside of courtroom 2A. There's an escalator that'll take you up there. We now stand in recess.
All right, court adjourned.